A stereo in the house. What do you think about this band? They are Ocean Beach by Blazing Longboards. Love it. Hopefully I won't get a copyright infringement. If they can find this in their catalog of AI algorithms. You are the first to chime in, Mr. Mysterio. Glad to have you. Today is our topic. It'll be a short today. Princess Destiny Syndrome for 200 Trebek. The reality that most women, and I say most, I mean most, 98%, believe, regardless of body shape, politics, ability to mingle, all believe that they have part of the princess gene, that they are all princesses. Who wants to agree with me? Are they princesses or not? Now, a princess comes from what? Let's take a quick look at what a princess means in a definition. And let's see if the definition of princess evens out to what you got. Now, the daughter of a monarch is the definition in the dictionary of a princess. The daughter of a monarch. I didn't make it up. A close female relative of monarch, especially a son's daughter, the wife or widow of a prince. The female ruler of a small state actually nominally or originally subject to a king or emperor. Now that we've discussed and decided what a princess is based on definition, why do most women believe they need princess treatment? To be a princess, you need royal bloodlines. Hence, they are not princesses. You have to have royal bloodline or be married to a king or a prince. So the Princess Destiny Syndrome basically says, look, because I'm a woman, I deserve princess treatment. Now, respect is earned both ways. Do you agree? Respect is a two-way street. You respect me, I respect you. I respect you, you respect me. Just because you are a female doesn't mean I should worship and respect you because you have not gained my respect. Because I'm a man, I should also have to earn your respect. It goes both ways, right? So the Princess Destiny Syndrome basically has been infiltrated in the last probably 20 years, probably 20, maybe 25 years, that women should be treated differently than men. And the treatment of them, even when I was guilty of calling my daughter a little princess, but then again, I didn't really know. And I wish I would have never done that. I remember a friend telling me, don't call your daughter a princess. Should have listened to him. John Boston in the house. Good to see you, brother. But the reality is this. They grow up to believe that they have something about them that we should all put them on a pedestal. That's basically what it is. Princess Destiny Syndrome, the end result of that is placing her on a pedestal where you are down here and she is up here and she is never attainable for any sort of relationship. Right? Chill Sentenza, bonjour, Rad. Good to see you, brother. We've got some more following in. Did you see Legion recommendation? Check it out. Respect, Levigi Spakor. I failed to mention you were in the house. Mr. Drummer Live, Ben. Respect is earned, never given. The princess and pedestal treatment is very dangerous, yes. And this is something we can talk about, especially the pedestal. The Princess Destiny Syndrome, again, does not allow a woman to earn it. A Princess Destiny Syndrome says because she is a woman, she has it. That's been long gone. Women back years ago, 7, 8, 9 decades and beyond, had to earn the fact that they were a good wife or could be a good wife, a good potential bearer of children, and a good caretaker, as well as nurture. They had to basically sell themselves to the man that they could be that person. Where has society taken us now? Right? Where has it taken us? They don't have to do anything, as Coach Greg Adams says. They can just lay there and not even put on makeup, and guys will simp and worship them. It's basically, men have caused this issue from all of the simping and gumping and liking and worshiping and pedestalizing them and sending emojis and acting feminine have caused women to be this way. It's as simple as that. Strong men do not put women on pedestals. They put themselves and their purpose on a pedestal, and the women enjoy that and follow it. It's as simple as that. Go look at all the simps that are worshiping women on pedestals, and I guarantee the treatment of them is horrendous. They're friend zoned immediately. They're used for their utilities and used for their validation. And that's what the Princess Destiny syndrome is. A strong guy ain't going to deal with that crap. A weak guy, which is 98, 95% of most men today, are going to simp and gump after that woman consistently. And he's going to be treated as such. The whole, if you treat her like a celebrity, she'll treat you like a fan. Same thing, Princess Destiny syndrome. John Boston, I never called my daughter's princess. Those were movie characters. Yes, I didn't say it a lot, but I did say it a few times. My ex-sister-in-law is a princess. Her name is a princess busted down married to. The only princess I know is Princess Diana and the Princess Cruise Line and all the Disney movies. So there you go. Love it. Mysterio, only princesses because current society puts them there, adding to the fact that men want physical affection from them outside of paying for physical affection from a woman. A princess, great comment, Mysterio. A princess does not seek the physical touch of a man. A princess seeks the validation and attention of a man or men. Simple as that. They don't want to touch you. They want everything else, your resources, your attention, your validation. Being a princess has nothing to do with physical. No way. Never has, never will be. Carl in the house, women have received everything men achieved. Tell me who is the entitled one. Very well said, Carl. Good to have you, brother. Batman in the house, what's up? Salute to you as well. Check out Batman's channel. He's always doing some great collabs, good stuff on Batman's channel. Love it. Good to have you, brother. I remember if their fathers bought them a puppy and filled up their gas tanks, they're automatically entitled because how they are raised, especially by beta male figures. $300 soy boy for $300 Trebek. That's right. Love it. Max Kuckerman, not being a simp takes work. Well, it's conditioning and it's programming. We've all simped and gumped before because that is how society has been for the last 60 years. Maybe less. Especially in the last 20, 25 years, it's gotten just out of control. When I grew up, it was like, you gotta court her. You gotta show you love her, do nice things, treat her well, take her out, give her things, have a wonderful engagement, or marriage proposal, show her that you are a good man. And, you don't really think about it back in 1996, 95. But now they expect so much more because they're entitled. It should be Entitlement Princess Destiny Syndrome, EPDS. Chris F, what's up, Brad? These entitled women need an ego check. Oh, and I think it's coming. I definitely think it's coming. But we're still dealing with a simp army that seems to be recruiting left and right, especially through programming. Here's what I'm going to tell every one of you guys. Get the hell off television shows. Unless you're studying them like reality TV from a red pill perspective. If you're going to watch movies that are red pill. Rockies, Rambos, The Gray with Liam Neeson, things like that. Stay out of the programming. The programming is deep. Max, simping is easy. It is easy. It's easy to be a simp, but it ain't easy to get the ladies. That's for damn sure if you're a simp. Chill Sentenza, since I listened to Alan Roger Curry and his direct verbal game, My relation with women has changed. Women respect men with backbone and balls. Yes, they do, Chill. Women love to be told no, and they love to be led. A strong man leads. You know what? You burnt the chocolate chip cookies. We're going out for dessert. You lay it down in Chinatown, you call them out. They respect a man that calls them out. You're putting a few pounds on. Get it off. Let's go to the gym. You know, simple as that. Whatever happened to Tucker Max? Last I heard, he got married. R.I.P. Marriage is not easy. Anyone getting married today, either something's missing. Their brain is full of spaghetti. Hello, Russia. Hello, gentlemen. Are you from Russia? If you are, great to have you. There's a couple guys that have been here from out in that territory. Love having Russians. Tell me, if you are from Russia, what is Russia like? Gumping is ridiculous. I know a surgeon. He is dating a single mom with 2 boys. Left his family for a busted Pillsbury single mom. She's 3 times. She's sex bombing him, and the idiot bought a lake house with her. His brain's full of squirrel and spaghetti. A guy marrying, especially a surgeon with 2 kids. John, you can't fix stupid. You can't fix stupid. Cyberzoni's in the house. Good to have you. I blame the Kardashians. I think the Kardashians, didn't their season go for like 15, 20 years? I blame them too. The amount of makeup women wear today, I think, is literally a direct line into that Kardashian shit show. The way they dress now, those women made a ton of money basically twerking and thotting. And now women follow that. Again, women are hive-minded, guys. Don't forget it. 98% of women are hive-minded. Women today means debt and suffering, Coffee Rock says. They post nice things, but men's bought it. Yeah. Very well said. Coffee Rock, where are you from, brother? Sexy Lamb. Predator with Arnold, the best one of the macho 80s movies. Love Predator. Very well said, Sexy Lamb. Tell me where you're from. Anything that has strong, masculine, man beats bully, you have it. That's the key. Guys that, Christian Bale's done some good stuff, although I think he's a pretty liberal dude. What was that one war movie he did? Even war movies are great. Hunt for Red October. Anything that Sean Connery did was great as well. So, well said, Predator, Sexy Lamb. Hello, Russia. No, American. Years of government media telling me Russians were everywhere. I thought I should say hi. Oh, great. Good to have you. I thought maybe you're from Russia. I'd love to hear what Russian women are like. I guarantee they're probably no different than anybody else. They have the internet. Princess Destiny Syndrome is fueled and aided by the internet. It's as simple as that. The internet now streams television, movies, commentary, forums, videos, everything. Princess Destiny Syndrome is fueled by media and the hive. Everyone believes that they should be taken care of. There's videos all over TikTok. I mean, Greg Adams shows them all the time of women that expect and are entitled to everything. Now, what's going to happen? We're going to see a collapse eventually. When? Who knows? I think more men that are opting out of relationships are outing marriage and cohab and just leaving the pack. Again, ask yourself, what does she bring to the table? Ask yourself that. Lane Bentley, that show, Sex Lives, is a good show. All the reason not to be married. Yes, Sex Lives. I did a live stream on that on Netflix. I encourage everybody to watch that. That is everything we discuss in the Red Pill for most content creators. Rochelle, New York. Nice. Casino is Red Pill homework as well. Yes, love Casino. Sharon Stone character is female nature to the core. Never believe what they say, only what their actions dictate. She says she loves you. Don't even listen to it. She says you're the best man in the world. Don't listen to it. Follow the actions. John Boston, Rad have to check the laws in the state where they bought the house. If you marry her, he's an idiot. Can't help these guys. Have friends who went to Asia, marry them, and they are all divorced. What's that old saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I mean, gee, comes into perspective, right, John? Andrew Briggs in the house. Good to see you, brother. Harrison Ford, real man. He had some good stuff, but he's turned into kind of a simpy liberal. He lives up in Jackson Hole. A friend of mine was in a bar and met him, and he looked at him. He's like, "Oh my gosh, Han Solo's right there." Harrison Ford basically told him to not say anything and just chilled out. They want to be left alone too. But he's done some good stuff. Fool me once. Hey, Rad, my niece has been a little princess all her life. Now she's a 22-year-old. She's a queen. Remember, princesses turn into queens. Now, I just went over the princess definition, if anyone heard me. The daughter of a monarch, a close female relative, especially a son's daughter of a monarch, the wife or widow of a prince, the female ruler of a small state, normally, actually, or originally subject to a king or emperor. What modern day woman fits that description? Can anybody tell me? I watch a lot of Russian men and women couples on YouTube to see what they are like. Yes, somewhat westernized, but not at all as far down the path of a feminist hell. No, because guess who their leader is? A very strong man that doesn't F around. I mean, would you want to go against the guy that's running Russia? Because you're going to end up with concrete boots under your Christmas tree. Women take what men give. They are not the problem. Chill sentenza. I think that sums it up right there. Who began to give women what they didn't know they wanted? Men. Men cause feminism. Men cause feminism. Bottom line. Men cause simping. Men cause the Princess Destiny syndrome. Now, the man that says, I'm not interested anymore and getting nothing in return is the strong man, is the wise man that realizes Princess Destiny syndrome is a literally syndrome. It's probably bigger than any sort of anti-depression or depression out there. It's huge. Every woman is a princess. If you don't believe me, go to the malls, go to the parks, walk around big cities, and watch all of the entitled princesses. Robert De Niro character was a simp in Casino, Max Kuckerman. Yes, he was, and he's a simp in real life. Fool me once, 20-year-old biatch. I told her she and her cats will be very happy together. Happiness and Cats for 200 Trebek. I've stopped watching not only current mainstream productions, but stopped watching old movies and series too. Independent content only now. Hello, Russia. Good for you. There is a programming within it. I would completely agree. Seinfeld, I love watching Seinfeld. That's always a great one. The Office. Other than that, I watch content. I like to hear and inform myself. John Boston, Rad, the chick who's with the surgeon, she tells all her friends she's dating a surgeon. Of course, he's 5'5", but 6 foot when he stands on his wall. He's a widow guy. He's a widow guy. He's like the guy in the bagel guy, the 5 foot guy in New York that threw a fit, tried to beat up that 6 foot tall guy because he was always made fun of. Kay's in the house. Good to see you. Casino and sex life are similar in that man gave her the picture perfect life, but her mind and body belong to the streets. She's not yours. It's just your turn. Again, we go back. Now that goes into another category called pair bonding. The more she has ridden on the Salami Subway, the more she cannot pair bond. It's as simple as that. Mysterio, one of my female friends, found it exhausting helping her female friend set up an out-of-town wedding. Is that princess syndrome leaking out? I sure as think it would be. Mm-hmm. Who is getting married today? Who? It blows me away. Tekken Gotchet's in the house. Good to see you, brother. Shout out, Rebel Against the Beat. Shout out to you. You can see the programming way back. I stopped when I realized how feminist the Honeymooners was. Ooh, going back. That's going back to my early times. Absolutely. We used to watch those on reruns. Go back to 1955 with James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause and watch James Dean on the stairs yell at his father to stand up to his mother. The dad was a total wet noodle. He would probably be Forrest Gump's twin. And that was in 1955. What is that, 70 years? 60, almost 70 years, right? Went for a run today, saw couples where the woman was leading the man, Chris F. You know, best thing I love to do is go. I love to people watch, and I love to watch the couples. If the woman is in front of the man, guess what? There you go, female nature. I would take my son when we 6, 7 years ago, we would go and sit by the fountain by the outdoor mall. And I'd say, watch all these couples. What do you see? And I come and was explaining to him, that what's an alpha male, what's a beta male, why, who should lead, who should. He's like, Dad, that guy's, he's walking behind her. He's a beta male. I go, 9 out of 10 times he is. Or he doesn't want, he's looking at her tail. It's as simple as that. But you're right. I'm from the Philippines, but living in Italy, bruh. Coffee rock. Awesome, man. Tell me about the Filipino women versus Italian. Would love to hear that. Jackie Gleason played a simp. Yes, he did. My cousin is losing his house via divorce. 7 years, 2 kids, and done. Wow, sounds like an airline pilot. It's usually 5 years, 2 kids, and then they're done. They have some sort of moniker for them going through divorces when they marry a stewardess. But that's normal. He has probably been told to move out by the judge, and he's going to have to pick himself up. This is what happens to men that are divorced. I'm late. Salami Subway, great one. I coined that. I've never heard it anywhere else. The CC has been talked about, the Village Bike. I don't say any of that, but I thought, you know what? Let's get a new term, Salami Subway. Hey, Rad and everyone, nobody getting married. I know 3 couples who postponed their nuptials, says R. Good to have you, R. And interesting. I wonder why. Rad met a candidate for a slow Tuesday. She's reminiscent being able to drink and go to work the next day on her posts. I think I'm in love and going to move her and her dog in with me. But does she have cats? Because if she has cats, she's a keeper. Any woman with a cat is a keeper, guys. Remember that. That came from Rad. You are tearing me apart. The dynamic between his parents messed him up. Rebel. Oh, I remember that. Don't you remember that? He's standing on the, you're tearing me apart. And he just looks at his dad. His dad's a total simp. See if you guys can find that on YouTube. It's the clip with James Dean on the stairs. And I was a film major. James Dean, those are my 3, he only did 3 films, but if you go back, that was in 1955. And James Dean was a badass. And his father was a total simp. Well said, Sexy Lamb. Great to bring that up. Another huge fan of Streetcar Named Desire, Marlon Brando, early Brando stuff. I don't know if there's anything you want to know about British women. Do they have good teeth? Even when I was younger, seeing Michael J. Fox bow down to his female counterpart in the movie for love or money, I knew in my gut that it was wrong, says Mr. Mysterio. You start looking back at your life and start looking at patterns, and you can see your inner simp in those days, right? I simped for this one girl that I liked in high school, but back then it wasn't as bad as today. I mean, I liked her. I showed her I liked her, and she was fine with it. But today, if you show a girl you like her, it's weakness, right? Salami Subway. Remember who coined it? R-A-D, a woman with a cat. I'm just joking. Women with a cat, stay away from a woman with a cat. And if you know a guy with a cat, that's a little odd to me. Just saying. The more I see a woman that is loud and thinks she is a rock star, the more I know she can't make a great girlfriend or wife. Mysterio, laying it down to Chinatown. Yes, you are. FJT in the house. Rad, keep up the great work. Thank you for saving lives. Thank you, brother, for being here as well. FJT's got a busy weekend ahead of him, saying no to all these broads. FJT needs we need a couple more voicemails. Check out FJT's channel, guys. Hello, Russia. She's a keeper. Keeper what? In the basement? Keep her behind the kitchen making you a sandwich. JT, I suggested he should blood check the second kid 4 months after the birth was filed. Yeah, that's a little odd, but doesn't surprise me. There's nothing that surprises me anymore. I have several guys email me this week and tell me about what their lady did. They gave them everything, just like we all did, and she's out disrespecting, giving no attention, completely changed. That's female nature, guys. Knowing what you know about female nature, Princess Destiny Syndrome, now you can navigate a life based on knowing about the female brain versus the male brain. Where do you want to play? What gives you a better return on investment? Being in a relationship where you're going to get probably very little to no return, or being in a relationship with yourself where you can grow and do whatever the hell you want whenever you want. Guys, when you bust your nut, what happens? After that, it's not like you just went to Disneyland and like the stars opened up and you saw heaven. You go back to normal. So ask yourself, what does she bring to the table? Does she pay your bills? Does she cook for you? Does she respect you? Does she honor you? Because if she isn't doing any of that crap, she ain't worth it. Invest in yourself. Rad, she's got a dog and peppermint schnapps, and that beats 2 cats. She's not fat, she's thick. She ain't fat. She ain't fat. She's fluffy. Fat, you fatphobic, John. You fatphobia. I've been watching fat acceptance videos and I laugh. These women that are out of control, 350 pounds, just saying that fat is beautiful. It is not. It's unhealthy. Crazy. And peppermint schnapps. I love it. Generally, I'd say that British people have bad teeth. Stereotype isn't really true, but dental care was awful in the 70s here. Gotcha. Yeah, I've seen some pretty attractive British women. British, you know what British bring to the table? The MG, Triumph, and amazing music, and biscuits, and tea and biscuits. Now, there's great things about it. I got British blood in my family line. Forgive me, Rad, for I've simped. I sit back and see simping all over. I will forgive you 20 Hail Marys, and you are forgiven. I see all these people going out partying and drinking, and all I want to do is go home and relax with the man I care about. I don't get it, says Kay. Ooh. Kay is part of the 1% to 2%. We need to find the 1-2% village. I have met, again, some don't agree with me, but 98% of all women are not recommended. I didn't say they're horrible. I said they're not recommended. For most men, 1% to 2% are. Good luck, and I mean it all sincerity, finding a woman that is in the 1% to 2%. I've met some of them. Coffee Rock, me and my partner in business can't marry a woman even if we have restaurants. It's like it's not enough money to have family when we got red pilled. And I say, lucky to me, I haven't married. You hit the jackpot when you didn't get married. Trust me. Listen to me. Listen to John Boston. Listen to Carl. Listen to everybody on this forum that's been married. You hit the jackpot, my brother. Believe it or not, I never really sent for a woman. I was not abrasive, but they could not run major game on me. I broke up with them. You got the memo first. You are on a trajectory for an amazing life. Mysterio. How do you feel about women in relationships who still post thirst trap pics on their social? Drunk off validation, Chris F. They're drunk off validation, attention, and they have to maintain this attention that is astronomical at this point. I've heard that women, if they don't get enough likes, they will delete the post or the picture from whatever social platform they have it on. What does that tell you? Everything is an illusion. Everything is fake. Everything is completely external. Who wants to deal with that crap? Not me, said the tree. When you bust your nuts, post nut, clarity sets in. John Boston. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the BMW. And the throw pillows and picnic sets. And sofas that change every 3 months. And the walls that need to be painted every 9 months. And the new pillow bedspreads that needed. And the new bath towels. And the list goes on. Kay says you want a better woman. Generally, you probably want to find an introverted woman. I would agree with that statement. I would agree. My buddy got remarried, and he married an accountant. and she is into him like nobody's business. Great gal. She just stands by her dude. She got a tattoo of the guy on her wrist, which, whatever, but she's way into him. They've been together 10 years. Second marriage for him. She's about 10, 12 years younger than him, and they're doing great. And she makes a shit ton of money, and she stands by her dude. It's like, whoa, dude, unicorn. But I think you're right. The introvert woman is more loyal than the extrovert. Yes, sir, Rad. I'm still not spending money on women. Today was a great day. I got my paycheck. I also made huge profits in the stock market. I'm going to reinvest my profit into more stocks. Attaboy. Attaboy. Purina. And I'm not joking. Purina stock. The box wine. Look at the biggest box wine distributors. See what is that Gallo? Who else? Carl's got, maybe John Boston and Carl have some advice, but anything that's moving forward, anything that's, any beverage, like alcohol is through the roof. I think 30 to 40% more consumption during the pandemic, and ain't going backwards. Good for you. That's FJT, living a man going his own way. He's got money. He can tell these broads no, and he's living his life. This is what you guys need to do. Mysterio, Batman, everybody living their life knowing what we know. We don't hate women. We understand women, and we understand how women play a role in our lives. We need women. We have to have women in society to maintain it. And it's unfortunate that 1% to 2% are only recommended from Rad's perspective. I wish it was different. Honestly, 5 minutes at a time dealing with these chicks can be too much, says JT. You're right. Me and my son went and worked out, and we came out of the gym with, a bunch of thoughts. And 3 thoughts were 3 mature MILF thoughts were discussing, just speaking. I don't even know what they were speaking. And my son looks at me, 16. What the hell are they talking about? Nonsense. So 5 minutes can be, maybe 5 seconds can be too much for some. Today's woman is different from our parents' generation. Women expect everything to be built up. They don't want to build together, then love and sex can enter the marriage. I agree. Back in my grandfather's day, men and women got together for how to maintain their existence, which was children, taking care of the crops, the fields, building a business, building a legacy. Love came after. The notion that men put, and Hallmark and De Beers put love in front of everything, effed it all up. That's my belief. Love effed it all up. When you put love in the picture, that's when it fucked it all up. You should have decided to build a family, vet each other on the woman being a wonderful mother potential and the man being a great provider, and then go from there. But it's programming. Well said, Mysterio. Brad Conroy, I've been enjoying your videos. Thank you for being reasonable. Thanks for being here, Brad, and tell us where you're from. Brad, buy stocks in shipping container companies. Women need cat food from China, toxic makeup, crappy furniture, and plenty of toys that you find in the cleanup drawer. That's probably a good deal. Shipping containers. Yeah. I'm reading the van life. People that read custom vans, Sprinter vans to live the van life. They have so much business. Sprinter vans, Ford Transits, things like that as well. I mean, it's cyclical, but hey, shipping containers as well. I agree. Yeah. All that shit that's got to be brought over that they buy left and right and use their husband's 16-digit plastic card. It's got to get here somehow. Being an introverted woman working behind a bar is so hard. People expect me to be so loud and flirtatious and be super extroverted. It's so draining, says Kay. Well, I'm just glad that you respect and honor your dude. That's a very rare woman in today, and I think the guys would agree. And I know you've been on lots of these chats, so I know you're legit. Relationships just aren't worth it anymore. They're very, 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 very difficult to maintain and to keep going. You know what it's like? It's like back in the day when you had to has anybody used one of those radios that don't require batteries, but you have to wind the electrical component in it to make sure there's enough juice, but you can keep doing it. It's like a doomsday type radio. Anyhow, it's like that. You get a ton of friggin' energy in it, and then it's just depleting slowly and slowly, and you just have to keep doing it and doing it. It never gets easy. And that's what I think relationships are. It's very difficult to maintain consistency. It's just, you constantly have to keep moving that dial and producing more energy. And if you don't do enough, you're not going to have any of the results. That's why I look at it. Brad Conroy, I am from Chicago. How about you? Salt Lake City. We got some Chicago boys in here. MGTOW Cowboy. He's from the Windy City. I've got some couple other. I can't think of who they are. Hey, Rad just came in. Why do a lot of women make their lips bigger, looking like ducks? One word, attention. And another word, Kardashian. That's why. Remember, a woman is hive-minded. And a lot of women get their lips done, so all women most women, 98%, think they should get their lips done. That's all. Milwaukee representing. Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee was the first beer capital in the United States. Are you a Brewers fan as well? Who did I like on? Was Raleigh Fingers on the Milwaukee Brewers? That was going back in late 70s and 80s. Simply men that remarry make me chuckle. They did not get the message. Chris, sarcasm is not hate speech. Succubus equals modern women. Sarcasm is not hate speech. Can you even, is there even such, can they even defend hate speech that in the United States? That would go against your First Amendment rights. Now I got to disagree and call BS Rad. The upcoming maintain frame IPO stock is going to be very lucrative. They have a special deal going on. Buy 100 stocks, get a tactical soap stock for free. There's something about that soap, man. No wonder all the ladies are flocking to you. If I hear frame again, I'm going to go nuts. Frame does not. Hypergamy don't care about frame. We know what frame is. It's the metal structure that holds our mattress up as we're pumping and dumping. The difference between crank radios and relationship is that the crank radios are guaranteed to attempt maintain the energy you give them. There you go, Benham. But it's difficult. You got to keep doing it, because if you quit doing it, it goes away. Well said. Where are you from, Benham? Benham Link also rep in Chicago. There you go. Looking to move out west soon. Chicago in the town. It's got to be a shit show to date in Chicago. Do you think women are happy to get drafted after fighting for equality? Absolutely not. Remember, equality is only a word in the dictionary, and equality does not exist, only exists until it doesn't. Only exists until the bill comes to the table at the restaurant. Only exists until they have to be called up and fight on the front line. Only exists when they don't have to get on the roof and fix the leaky gutter. Equality exists until it doesn't. In my book, equality is a word in the dictionary. Unless you really want kids, there's no point to marriage, and even then, what men really want is a woman they can have physical affection from, and then a little conversation activity, and that's it. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Old Milwaukee beer doesn't get any better than this great commercial. John Boston. Who else was there? Was stores out there? I think PBR started out, Paths Blue Ribbon. There's a bunch of them. No blame divorce, terrible mistake. No fault divorce. Are you meaning no fault divorce? I would agree with that 100%. No way do I want to get drafted. I don't blame you, Kay. Dating women in red states is better than blue states. Well, potentially from a legal perspective, but I think all women, 98% of them are the same. Even conservative ones. My friend Andrew. A submissive personality is someone who willingly submits to the authority of someone else. They have a service-oriented mindset and find peace in taking instructions. Women want to be led by a strong, capable, competent, stoic man that is firm in his foundation. They don't want to be led by a wimp. They see weakness in agreeance and agreeability and niceness. They want to be told no. They want to be kept in their lane. It's as simple as that. And it's not the fact that we go back and say, hey, we're doing it because we're jerks. No, that is how the dynamics of gender roles are. And we respect the woman for that, and they respect us. It's a very simple formula. Respect a man, give him the physical attention, appreciate him, show him love, kindness, be loyal, and you'll get everything in return, probably tenfold. Nobody can disagree with me on that. But what happens? They expect everything with no effort. And they can do whatever they want and feel however they want and disrespect the man. Brad is on today with his descriptions of what's what, frame, maintaining, LTR. Thank you, brother. Chicago dating is like Los Angeles, except women are on average 20 pounds heavier. All those Polish sausages. I won't get remarried unless she's extremely rich with a bad heart. Sarcasm is nice. Love it. If you go back 100 years, the woman still wore the same outfits. Actually, hive-minded. YouTube search 110 years of high school. There you go. Our society has changed in the last 100 years in every which way possible. Technology, the comfort and the ability to live and travel and to be, and it's also fucked up relationships. Big time. Crazy to me how many 40-year-old divorced thoughts will send nude photos after smashing on the first date. It's happened to me. At one time, a couple years ago. Yeah. Happens to tons of people. It's literally, again, hive-minded thinking because 20-year-olds are doing it. 25-year-olds are doing it. So 40-year-olds think they're 20. And it's really screwed it up. If you really think about it, would you really want a woman to send you a naked picture out of the blue? If you really think about it, there's no mystery there. There's no dopamine burst that would happen if, because you know what you're going to get, potentially. You don't know how the act is, but when she's sending you naked photos, it's just massive thought culture. It's not attractive in my book. It just basically says, hey, I'm a slut. I've ridden the Salami Subway for so many years, I can't remember which stop is mine. Crazy. Italian and Filipino women are the same now, Brada. They goes to you because the benefits you give them. Thanks. I got red pill because I now understand women nature. Guys, thank you, Coffee Rock, for explaining it. It doesn't matter where you live. Female nature is female nature. Now, some cultures are a little bit behind and some aren't. Go to South America, Central America. Go to Mexico and watch the Instagram thoughts. They're everywhere, in every language, in every culture, in every color, shape, and size. It's crazy. Build yourself up, work on yourself, do the things that you want to do. And if you want to entertain a woman in your life, understand you're not probably going to get a huge return on investment. So put all of your investment in you and say no. No is your favorite word. Don't need no man until they hit their mid-30s and realize they still have another 30 plus years working for the man while wives can retire once the kids have grown. Ain't that the truth? Sarcasm. Been a monk for 15 years, rusty old micro farm. I was reluctant at first, but I'm grateful now. I think you dodged a lot of bullets and you probably stacked massive bills, Rusty. Tell me where you are from. People crap me up when they say your relationship didn't work out because you didn't vet her out. Jeez. So you're telling me out of the millions of men that get divorced, no man vetted her out. It's the what they come up, their spaghetti comments just drives me. It literally exposes everything about what we talk about. No accountability. No accountability, FJT. But you're right. Rather show the post about the chick with my surgeon friend to guys. They don't see the hypergamy of her bragging that he is a surgeon and how the lake house has so much land compared to her place. You can't fix stupid. You can't fix your surgeon. How smart he is with his brain, he dumb as rocks when it comes to ladies and relationships. I recommend everyone read The Shallows by Nicholas Carr, an excellent book on how the internet and tools we use have changed the way we think. Online dating is Exhibit A. Ooh, that looks good. Let's check it out. These chicks are tough to break, very resistant to submission. They are. So programming. It's Lisa Smith, all the way from Kansas City. Happy Friday to you. How insane is that to post nude pictures of yourself? Once it's out there forever. 100% agreeable. But it's happening. It's happening. Someday that someone's going to find a picture of that gal and go, was that you, Mom? Rusty old micro farm, Eastern Washington, north of Spokane. Big fan of Lake Sandpoint or Sandpoint Lake. Sandpoint, Idaho. No, is it Lake Ponderosa? Sandpoint. Love Sandpoint. Bonners Ferry. Went up to Bonners Ferry. Got some great jerky up there. But at one point wanted to live in Post Falls outside of Spokane. Spokane's a great city too. You can't fix stupid. Look who's president. You can't fix stupid, guys. Rad, the chick was surgeon. When you read her post, she's saying what her list was: money, guy with earning potential, total simping with her kids, with her and the kids at restaurant. It's his wallet on the table. Chubby chasers for 300 Trebek. Women have the government and a myriad of other ways to get free money. Yes, they do. Not only are you the retirement plan, but they got someone that will enforce it for them and will add to their retirement plan in the form of Section 8, food stamps, free lunch, free daycare, free cell phones, you name it. I think men have to have their game plan for life intact first. A woman enters it or not. No for the man if they don't. And this is for the youngsters out there, even guys that have gone through divorce. There's still life. We don't need a lot. The minimalistic thinking is all we need. And to be very cautious of putting anyone ahead of us. If we don't put ourselves first, we're going to suffer. Princess Destiny syndrome puts a woman on a pedestal, puts us second, third, fourth. It's real. It's real. Antonio Banderas, salute to you, brother. Great to have an actor in the forum. Where are you from, Antonio? What's the point of dating a chick over 25? That would be the $1 million question. This is Halloween for most guys. They say the sexual market value peaks after 25, the fertility peaks after 25, and the decline begins. I think after 25, they also think that they are becoming more and more valuable when they truly aren't from a from a family building block perspective. That's probably what why my ex-wife wanted to have kids so quick after we got married. She wanted to get knocked up. I swear that clock was ticking. And that was 96, guys, 97. Mysterio, I said this before, my female friend defers to her husband when it comes to keeping her face natural and free of makeup for the most part. Yes, that's another red flag. If a woman wears too much makeup, the 1% to 2% don't wear a lot of makeup. They're very natural looking, you know. So remember that. If she's got a lot of makeup, most likely she's in the 98%. I guarantee it. Antonio Banderas from Morocco. Ooh, I love Morocco, brother. Moroccan, I've never been, but Moroccan food is delicious. And Casablanca and all that stuff just sounds heavenly. What are women like in Morocco? He is the Spanish Cary Grant. You're right, Mysterio. From the perspective of a man that has not accomplished his dreams, the SMV of every woman should be 0. If not, make corrections immediately. Wow. I like that. I like that, guys. Princess Destiny syndrome puts all women on a pedestal that follow the Princess Destiny. They are not princesses. We have already gone through the definition of a princess. I will read it again for those that are joining. The daughter of a monarch, a close female relative of the monarch, especially a son's daughter. The wife or widow of a prince. The female ruler of a small state, actually, nominally, or originally subject to a king or emperor. That is the definition of a princess. So ask the girl the next time she believes she is a princess, carry that definition in your back pocket. Read it to her, then ask, which box does she check? The only way she believes that she is a princess is by men that hold her up as one. I have to lay it down to Chinatown. No, sister, you're not a princess. Sorry. Your deep programming has turned your brain into spaghetti and meatballs. Can you imagine dating a girl become engaged only to find out she had an OnlyFans? That must be devastating. Could be worse. You find out once you're married. I bet that is more common than people think. or either sugar babying or what have you. Again, there's a lot of born again virgins out there. Day by day, there's more and more born again virgins. JT, dating as in money for her companionship. No point at all. Be more. You're right. Dating is basically paying for companionship. If you think about it, it's indirect prostitution. It's actually, yeah. If you really think about the idea of dating, it's crazy. Think about it. You take her out. You pay for it. She's a stranger. You don't really know her that well, but you take her out. You buy her a dinner, some drinks, have a good time. Typically, you get ghosted. A lot of guys get ghosted right after that, never hear from them again. Or they go home that night around 11 and 12 o'clock and get smashed and dashed by Chad and Tyrone. If you really think about that in perspective, you're going to think twice about dating again. Well said, JT. Bad bro, the feminist virus is also here. It's everywhere, man. That damn COVID is going to turn into COVID 20, 21, 22, 23, Delta, Gamma, Alpha, Fox, Zulu. Guys, be strong, build skills. Say no to whatever they want to prick you with. Walt Disney agenda started at a young age to braid young girls. Yes. I would agree with that. Again, the programming is deep. Now little boys are turning into princesses. Crazy. And having her back blown out by Tyrone. You're absolutely right, sarcasm. PDS is alive and well here. I'm glad my parents didn't put up with that crap for me. I'd be so miserable. It's crazy. I saw your mommy on OnlyFans. Boo boo. That should be a song. Suicidal Tendencies had a song. I saw your mommy. Should be I saw your mommy on OnlyFans. What's Rad's definition of 2% woman, regardless of race? For me, Renee Zellweger's character in Jerry Maguire. Yeah, I thought that was nice. I like a Reese Witherspoon, in some of her earlier movies. Just very respectful, polite, feminine, fit, compassionate, loving, minimalistic makeup, natural looking, cute little smile. Rather know a 45-year-old divorced woman who acts like a born-again virgin. They all are. Rumor has it she only going to have STX when she gets married. Oh, yes, one of those. In psychology, we call them, in psychoanalysis, Journal of Medicine, we call that THOT. THOT, or that hoe over there. The yin and yang is destroyed by this criminal rulers, Antonio Banderas. Yes, sir, Bob, it is. Metallica Seek and Destroy, great song. It should be our mantra, energy-wise. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mysterio. John Boston, Rad, I have a new band, Delta and the Variants, and our new hit single is called Baby Keep Your Mask On. Baby Keep Your Mask On. Love it. Delta and the Variants. That sounds something like Huey Lewis and the News could come up with something. How about Eric Clapton going and Van Morrison going off on these stupid mandates? And those guys are liberal. So not all liberals are down with this crap. Who knows? They might even be conservative. I don't know. The Delta and the Variants. John, you can play your bass. I'll play guitar. Let's make a song up. Just keep investing in cat food and black swine. You can't go wrong there. The saying, he is a man of his word. I never heard she is a woman of her word. I've never heard that either, Antonio. I've never heard that either. Is it hard to watch Tia Leone because she looks like your ex? No, I don't really see her anymore. But she was attractive too. Tia Leone. Need to write total simp songs. Kane Brown, bro. Kane Brown. Marriage is a fraud because there's no money. There's money inside it. If there's love, why would you need to sign the contract? Says Coffee Writer. You agree? Well, marriage for thousands of years was between you your spouse in the church. And then the government put their little paws in the coffers. And then they could get more control by controlling what happened. And then 1969, when Ronald Reagan signed no-fault divorce, all hell broke loose. Thank you. Thanks for the state of California, especially Ronald Reagan and the legislator, for signing the Destruction of the Family Act. That's basically what happened. But hey, I'm just a guy on the internet with a Yeti hat, right? Huey Lewis in the news, I want a new drug. I wonder when that song will be banned. Give me a break. I wonder when all these rap songs that denigrate women, like Eminem songs or, NWA, when are they going to get banned too? But, most of those, they're Democrats. So they probably won't get banned. Michael Bolton. Are you talking Michael Bolton or Michael Bott? Cave people did not have marriage. They managed to survive. Yes, sirree, Bob. Guys, Princess Destiny syndrome is real. Don't forget it. I'm out. This is Rebel Against Defeat. Chase excellence. Masculinity. Men first. Have a great